Yeah, hello, Wish. Hi, yeah, so I recently made an order, and I'm having a little bit of an issue. So, I ordered Seth Rollins, and I don't think this is Seth Rollins. It looks like him, but I don't think this is him. Mm-hmm. Yeah, sure, I'll hold. What's going on, guys? It's your boy Big Hero Chris here with your AEW Dynamite review. And real quick, I gotta give a special shout out to all you guys because recently I just hit over 50 subscribers, and I know that's not really a big number, but it's big to me because when I first started doing this YouTube thing, man, I honestly didn't know what to expect. I made my first video, I uploaded it, and I was like, okay, whatever happens from this point, I'm cool. Like, if I get 1 subscriber, if I get 5 subscribers, I'm cool with whatever. I'm just gonna make this content, talk about some wrestling, talk about what I love, and that is pro wrestling. And if people like it, they like it. If not, hey, I tried. And here I am a couple months later with 52 subscribers. So that really means a lot to me that you guys really like what I'm doing. People are checking it out and all that. So I just want to really just tell you guys thank you from the bottom of my heart. I really appreciate it. I love you guys. Even the people that watch and don't subscribe, you guys are cool too because you're taking the time out of your day to check out my content. And whether you like it or not, that's cool. But the fact that you just thought, okay, let me check this guy out, see what he's talking about. Yeah, thank you guys so much. Really appreciate it. With that being said, if you are new to this channel, go ahead and subscribe. Like, come on now, I just gave you this heartfelt speech. Pouring my heart out to you guys. Go ahead and subscribe. Leave me a thumbs up, leave me some comments in the comment section, and make sure you ring that notification bell. So, AEW, man. Man, this is a really good show. Really entertaining from start to finish. A lot of setting up for next week, which is Blood and Guts. Blood and Guts being the double ring cage match between. I mean, it's pretty much centered around the Blood and Guts match between the Pineapple, the Pinnacle, and the Inner Circle. The parlay between these two factions, it really sold me. I mean, I'm already excited for the match. I'm ready for it, but this right here, this was just the cherry on top. Like this is how you talk them into the building, as they say in the biz. But the interactions between both sides, both factions. I mean, everyone got a chance to talk. Besides, I think Wardlow and Jake Hager, but that's cool because they're the two muscle of the group, the muscle men of each group. So they just can just sit back and just look swole and tough and all that, and let everyone else do the talking. Chris Jericho, I know he catches a lot of flack on the internet, a lot of flack on social media. IWC kind of goes in on him a little bit, but this was probably one of his best promos he cut. I mean, everyone was really going in, everyone was really doing a really good job of getting you invested in the match going forward next week. So, especially Chris Jericho, Sammy Guevara, he cut a good promo. Even freaking, what's his name, Sean Spears, he did alright, he did his thing. Sammy Guevara went out on me, called him a failure. He said he was a failure in AEW, he was a failure in the other place he worked at, wink wink nudge nudge, WWE. Anyway, it was just a really good segment between these two teams. Blood and Guts next week. You also had the set up for the show next week, which is Blood and Guts, which is the big show for next week. For next week, you had, I think, Cody versus QT Marshall. I think Britt Baker is going to be in action. What else? Some other stuff. I know it's going to be Stone Cold John Moxley and Eddie Kingston taking on Kenny Got Omega and Michael Nakazawa. And everything involving the Golden Bullet Elite Club Super Force, whatever the hell they're calling themselves, the Super Elite Bullet Force Club. I don't know what they're calling themselves. But everything involving these guys, it was pretty entertaining. You had the limo segment with the Elite, talking about how they were pissed off with what Jon Moxley and Eddie Kingston did last week, attacking the Elite trailer, and how this week there's gonna be retribution. They're gonna send out the goons, and by the goons they meant Michael Nakazawa. You had Michael Nakazawa come out and Kenny Omega challenged. Well, he set out Michael Nakazawa to face Eddie Kingston, and Eddie Kingston's like, "Listen, I'm not feeling this. I want Kenny. I don't even want this sports entertainment crap. Just give me Kenny Omega." And Michael Nakazawa, by God, he tried his best. He tried to hit him with that laptop, and Eddie Kingston just destroyed him. He is pretty much jacked Michael Nakazawa up, and then Kenny Omega he attempts to send out what's that boy's name? Brandon Cutler. I almost called him Brandon Marshall. That's not his name at all. Brandon Cutler, and Brandon Cutler comes rolling out, and it's like, okay, what's going on with him? But then you see Stone Cold Jon Moxley come out, and then they go to attack Kenny Omega, and then it's pretty much they blackmailed Don Callis into giving them the tag team match I was talking about earlier between Kingston and Moxley versus Nakazawa and Omega. So that's gonna be it next week on Blood and Guts. Even earlier in the night, you had a tag team match between the Young Bucks and the Seidel brothers. Entertaining match. Entertaining match between the two. There was even one point where you saw, I think it was Matt Jackson do the Johnny Cage punch, like he did a split, and then he hit one of the Seidel brothers square in the nards, the testicles, if you will. Hit him with the old Johnny Cage punch. Unbeknownst to the referee had his back turned, and after that, it's double super kick for the win. Also, you had a opening match between Brian Cage and Hangman Page. This even led to a backstage segment between Taz and Christian Cage. But as far as the Cage-Page match goes, Brian Cage actually beat Hangman. A lot of people on Twitter were surprised by this because we're, of course, expecting Hangman to win because as talented as Team Taz is, and they have a talented group of guys, they just can't never seem to get that win. And this was a pretty big win for Brian Cage as well as Team Taz going forward. And like I said, you had a backstage segment between Taz and Christian Cage. And Christian was pretty much saying, look, whatever it takes, I'm going to go through all of Team Taz to just get you out of my face, get you out of my hair, just so you don't leave me alone, whatever. Speaking of backstage segments, you had another backstage segment with Britt Baker, DMD, who is now the #1 contender. And I hope Britt Baker wins. Britt Baker needs to be AEW Women's Champion because it just makes the most sense. She's one of the best things about the company. And it's funny because when AEW first started and I first started seeing Britt Baker, I did not like her at all. I was not feeling her. And then she turned heel, and then you saw more of that character come out. And I was like, okay, she's actually pretty cool. So now she's actually one of my favorite parts of AEW. And I'm really hoping that she does come out and win the AEW Women's Championship from Hikaru Shida whenever they wrestle. I hope it's soon, maybe next pay-per-view, whatever. But Britt Baker needs to be Women's Champion because Shida's cool, but she's not someone you build your women's division around. That someone should be a Britt Baker, someone a character that people can care about, people are invested in. Entertaining, all that. Yeah. So Britt Baker, DMD for AEW Women's Champion. I don't know what I'm trying to say, but anyway. You had the main event between. I'm not feeling it. You had the main event for the TNT Championship between Darby Allin. Main event Darby Allin and 10 from the Dark Order. It was a pretty good match, pretty entertaining. There was one point where I thought 10 was gonna pull it off, and Darby Allin pulls it out again. And even there was a spot where Darby went to rip off Preston 10 Vance 10, and he went to go rip off his mask, but Darby Allin pulled it out. He wins. And after the match, you had a run-in of Ethan Page and Scorpio Sky. And I'm really intrigued to see where this goes, because I'm sure that they're going after the TNT Championship, but who's going to be the one that goes after it? Is it going to be Ethan Page, or is it going to be Scorpio Sky? Because there can only be one TNT Champion, and there's two dudes, so where is this leading to? I don't know. But, yeah, and also Cody returned. He made his return. You had the Nightmare Family versus the Factory Family, or whatever they're called. There's so many groups in AEW. There's so many factions. But you had a trios match between these guys. I kind of wasn't paying attention, but the Nightmare. I'm sorry, I wasn't paying attention. But an interesting part was at the beginning of the match, as the Nightmare. Is it the Factory, or is it the Nightmare Factory? Because you got the Nightmare Family, you got the Factory Family, the Nightmare Factory. Anyway, whichever one QT Marshall's the leader of, they came out in the Nightmare Family bus, like they stole it or whatever. And then after the match, you see QT Marshall going back to the bus, and then out comes Cody. Cody makes his return. He attacks QT Marshall. They head up to the top of the bus. They fight. They punch for a bit, and then Cody locks in the figure 4. So, which sets up the match next week between Cody and QT Marshall. Yeah, that's pretty cool. Other than that, AEW is pretty entertaining. One of the highlights of the week when it comes to wrestling for me is AEW, SmackDown, and then everything else. NXT is alright. Raw, oh my god, I don't even want to talk about it. But we're talking about AEW, and yeah, those are my quick thoughts on AEW Dynamite for this week. What did you guys think? Are you excited for Blood and Guts? Are you ready? Are you geeked up? Are you turned up? How are you feeling? What do you think is going to happen? Who do you think is going to win between the Pineapple, the Pinnacle, and the Inner Circle? Yeah, what do you guys think? Are you excited to see Kenny Omega hold all the championships? Do you think he's going to snap his finger and make half of the IWC disappear? I don't know. Who knows? Let me know in the comment section. Yeah. That's it. That's the video. I'm going to wrap it up because I can't think of anything else to say. You guys take care. Again, thank you guys for all your support and your love. Positive energy, negative energy, all the energy you can give me, whatever. It's all good. It's all love. You guys take care. Be easy. Peace.